Up front is the same 235 kilowatts 2-liter twin-charged 4-cylinder as found in the T6 XC, but instead of a mechanical drive shaft and rear differential, there is a pair of electric motors and a 9.2 kilowatt-hour battery pack. Yes, a pair, so in theory, the T8 should wear a tri-engine batch. Between the rear wheels is a 65 kilowatts electric motor, giving a total power output of 300 kilowatts, but there is also a 34 kilowatts electric generator, called the CISG, attached to the 8-speed automatic transmission. This is essentially a starter motor for the petrol engine, allowing a smooth shift from wholly electric to hybrid drive. It also acts as a torque booster for the 2.0-liter, helping plug any gaps in response between gear shifts. Torque rates vary, depending on whether you are running as an EV, 240 Nm, petrol only, 400 Nm, gaining value from the CISG, up to 150 Nm, or combining everything for a peak of 640 Nm. Performance is pretty solid, with a claim of just 5.6 seconds from 0 to 100 km per hour and an even more impressive claim of just 2.1 L/100 km fuel consumption. And yes, nail the 2,315 kilograms XC90 T8 off the line and the 7-seater shifts pretty darn quickly. The fly-by-wire transmission, with its Oriverse crystal gear selector, is smooth and quick as you zap up to triple digits, a marvel of both comfort and technical engineering. For a while, at least. You see, 4 short hops, either as a super efficient and blissfully quiet family shuttle, or a sprightly and responsive sports wagon, the science lab running the T8 works brilliantly. But, the 9.2 kilowatt-hour batteries give the XC90 T8 a theoretical range of about 30 kilometers, for either role. Beyond that, and you're left with a husky, there's about a 300 kilograms weight penalty for the T8 over the T6, and more expensive version of the same car. A country drive of about 70 kilometers saw our fuel use slip toward the 10 L/100 km mark, and that was with a full battery charge at the start. Your tank of electro juice never gets fully depleted, the transmission tries to keep the electrons in a job through regenerative braking, but it gets close. After 25 kilometers or so, the car is largely using the petrol motor, needing a rest of the throttle or solid downhill section to gain enough charge to warrant using the battery again. Even then, the T8 will err to battery performance first, so as soon as you get it, you lose it. You can set the T8 to a charge mode, which will regenerate about 30% of the battery, but that's sort of like interval training. Sprint, recover, sprint, recover, and so on. It's not a seamless experience, that a car like the XC90 should be. It's a pity, as around town, driving in hybrid mode, the T8 is quiet and brisk enough for a big, luxury wagon. The live fuel consumption graph becomes a bit of a challenger to achieve a lower and lower consumption rate. Keep things sedate and you'll meet the consumption claim, providing there's charge in the battery. Remind yourself that there is 300 kilowatts available by mashing the throttle and that 2.1 L/100 km thing? Well, in the words of LT Ellen Ripley, you can just kiss all of that goodbye. In fact, you can't actually drive 100 kilometers with the battery in use as an EV or hybrid, essentially making the claim an impossible target. We tended to average around 7.0 L/100 km. Not bad, but not what is represented in the brochure. The problem is, whispering around the inner burbs of Melbourne, with just a hint of eco-smugness, is quite addictive, and given our Stone Age charging infrastructure, the XC90 T8 becomes a cup of sugar car. Everywhere you go, you stop in to borrow a quick cup of sweet, sugary electrons. Drive to work. Plug in for a quick charge. Swing past the shops on the way home, hunt for a power point in the underground car park for a quick charge. Drop into Simum for a cup of tea, snag a charge while you're there. Parking becomes a strategic game. How close can I get to nab a sneaky hit? The supply charge lead allows you to select from 6 amps to 10 amps current draw and will charge the car to fill in about 4 hours.